No, kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ fẹ́ bù ọ̀dà. No, ọ̀dà pàtàkì kù tèmi ni o. Àní ẹ̀ ń wíìnì láàárọ̀ yìí. No, kì í sọ̀rọ̀ wíìnì o. Wíìnì ni o. Wíìnì gbogbo yìí lánàá o.
All right, good morning, viewers. You're welcome on the program. This is City Stand once again, and I'm Michael Adekule. We appreciate all our esteemed viewers for staying glued to us this morning. Say thank you for your consistency. Thank you for your love. We appreciate all of you, all of you, all of you watching us from different parts of the world. Another edition of the program. I have my respondent here at the stand. We're ready to discuss what we have on board today. The 28th of May 2025. What do we have on papers this morning? You can see the pictures of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on different papers, different dailies at the stand this morning. What is it all about? The president will be eating 2 years very soon. Right? Today is 28. Tomorrow is 29. Yeah. The administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be 2 years tomorrow. Yeah, 2 years reign of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What are Nigerians saying about it? What are the people of Nigerians talking about the 2 year reign of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? We shall be looking at this morning. Please, the man behind the camera, correct that headline. It is Unveil. Unveil. Correct that headline. Please, let's do the needful by correcting that headline. Unveil, not Unviel. Please, let us try as much as possible to do the right thing. All right. Like I said earlier on, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sought the approval of National Assembly on borrowing of 21.5 billion naira. Nigerians are saying, sorry, $21.5 billion, not naira this time around. 21. Somebody said he cannot borrow naira. It is dollars. Okay, sorry. That should be after the program. You can't correct it now. Okay, no problem. All right, no problem. After the program, we'll correct the headline. All right, $21.5 billion and not 21.5 billion naira. Are we heading towards economic development or economic disaster? That is what we are looking at this morning. Are we heading towards economic development in Nigeria or economic disaster? And Nigerians are asking this question. That President, what about the money being generated from subsidy removal? You just paid IMF loan. You are still trying to borrow another one. Of course, you know the National Assembly will approve it. And looking at what I saw on Channels Television, that's Channel Television web, the website, I realized that the National Assembly has approved the request also. That's what I saw, but I'm still going to look at it deeply. Automatic approval, right? All right, the Nigerian Tribune is here with us as well as the leadership newspaper. Leadership newspaper, what is this saying? What was the paper saying? What was the leadership saying this morning? In the comment section, I can see Egbona, is it Egbona Kingsley or who? I need to say hi to the person. That's the first person to comment in the comment section this morning, and I need to appreciate. I can also see Lady G, but I'm going to check my phone now. Wow, Lady G, Pretty G, how you doing? Welcome on the program this morning, Pretty G. Emmanuel Ogbuji, that was the first viewer to comment this morning, and he's saying good morning from here, Mr. Michael. You're doing great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mr. Emmanuel Ogbuji. That's one of our consistent viewers on the platform. Moving down to another person, additional. This is additional Akim, and he's telling telling viewers to like, subscribe, and share. Please do me fit to like, subscribe, and share. It's very, very important. On to the next one, we have Sylvester Nwanze. Sylvester, thank you so much. Hope Kunle is ready to defend Tinubu unjustified borrowing as usual. Mr. Kunle is not here yet. I don't know if he has traveled. But he said he'll be traveling tomorrow. He celebrated his birthday yesterday on a low key. Okay, so you having an hangover. We are not sure about that. All right. All right. The midday edition of City Stand. Today is 28th. Yeah, 28th of May 2025. Quickly to what we have on board this morning. Akim Adesina Bada, you're welcome on the program. Thank you all the way from Finland. Telling people to share, like, and subscribe. Tinubu writes National Assembly seeks $21.5 billion. Tinubu writes National Assembly seeks $21.5 billion. External loan, $21.5 billion external loan, 758 billion naira pension fund. You can go to page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper to see more of this story. On to the next one down the paper. What do we have? APC plotting one party rule out of fear of 2027 defeat. PDP National Executive Committee has said this year APC plotting one party rule out of fear of 2027 defeat. Is the ruling All Progressives Congress actually afraid of defeat in 2027? Looking at the way parties and oppositions are defecting to the ruling All Progressives Congress, are they really afraid of any coalition in Nigeria? All right, which I'll be looking at it. My respondents are here to answer that this morning. On to the next one on page 16. Federal government directs 3-year ban on students caught in exam malpractices. Jambo Nago to ban centers involved in exam fraud. This is on page 16 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. One dies, many trapped in the Korodu building collapse. Building collapse is Lagos State. It's been coming unbearable, and I think the government of Lagos State needs to find lasting solution to this. You can't be having building collapse story all the time. Muslims to observe Eid Kabir Friday, June 6th. Yeah, public holiday as regards that, and the Saudi Arabia government has declared June 6th to celebrate the Eid Kabir. I don't know where some of our respondents will be celebrating this. I know I'll be celebrating mine in Lagos State. All right, on to the next one. Leadership newspaper this morning. Second anniversary of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have people kicking against Tinubu's policy, and we have some giving him kudos for a job well done. What do we have on the front page of the leadership newspaper? Knocks kudos for Tinubu on security. Has he really done well in terms of security? Has he been able to live up to Nigerians' expectations as security matter is concerned in the country? Every day we hear of killings in Benue, killings in Jos, killings in Borno, killings in Zamfara, even in Southwest region, killings. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu done well in security sector. All right, On to the next one, we have Ferry appointing Olufalaye as NEC chairman. Ferry appoints Olufalaye as NEC chairman. Benue to start juice production by August. Benue State to start juice production by. Hope the bandits there or the Fulani elders, the terrorists there, will allow them to fulfill this. Okay. Tinubu Seeks National Assembly approval for $21.5 billion loan. Other borrowings. Wow. Examination malpractice now attracts 3-year ban. All right. We have the pictures of students who celebrated the Children's Day yesterday. Children's Day is being celebrated on the 27th of May in Nigeria. We don't know in other countries. It was one of our viewers sent to me that it's not a general thing, but it's being celebrated in Nigeria. Yeah, we have countries also having their own dates of celebrating Children's Day. But all we just need is to celebrate the children in the whole world. All right, we have Nigerian students outside the country as well. We have children outside Nigerian children outside Nigeria too, outside the country. So if you are saying all over, we have Nigerian children spread across different globes. So that's why sometimes we extend it to them that all over the world. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. Moving on to my respondents here this morning, talking about Mr. Femi. Mr. Femi, you're welcome on the program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. And I say good morning to our viewer across the globe. I will say thank you for always being there for us. May God continue to be with you.
All right. Like I said earlier on, are we heading towards economic development or economic disaster in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? The president just paid an IMF loan, and we are witnessing another one. Mr. Femi, what do you have to say?
Ordinarily, if you ask me, should we borrow now? I will say no. Because there are a lot of things that we should have been, we should be doing because instead of borrow, why not cut our cost of governance? Why not restructure this country? Why not go back to unicameral system of government instead of our legislature collecting, jumbo pay every month without bringing much? Like, look at giving a legislator, 1 billion naira annually for constituency project that is not feasible. All this kind of a thing, I see it as being too, reckless in spending. It's an extravaganza spending. It cannot pay us. So if we can look inward and cut, all our expenses, we may not need to borrow. Having said that, does not mean that borrow money is a bad thing. There are sometimes if you want to expand. Do you know why some people don't expand? They don't like borrow. They don't have the heart. They don't have that kind of guts. But for some people that has the guts, they have, go through that way, have chance of borrow money, and they have expanded. So borrow money is not actually bad, totally. But how prudent are you? When you borrow the money, how do you spend it? How do you invest it, or you use it to buy clothes?
Even if you said it's meant for certain projects,
yes,
like education, health sectors, and all of that.
You see why this one is not
Are you using it judiciously?
Even if they spend it on our infrastructure, on our education system, or whatever they say they want to use it for. First of all, are they trustworthy? Are they going to use it for what it's meant for? That is the problem. When they say they want to borrow money for a particular project, when they borrow it, are we going to see the result? If you say you want to spend it on education, are we not going to see something contradictory to what you wanted to do? So these are the questions we need to ask. I've been saying this morning, go and check how much America owe. But do you see it? The development you see in America, does it commensurate with the money they are owing? The answer is yes. Go and verify how much Dangote borrow while he was building Dangote refinery. But does that money he borrowed, did he spend it judiciously? Does it justify borrowing? It's justifiable. It's justifiable. Even people that are borrowing people, they are also in business. They are also doing business. They will like you to borrow. So because they will collect pay back with interest. Yes, yes. That is why they are calling you. But if you open your phone now, one of these borrowing company, they will not let you rest. They will, because of the percentage. But it's a mutual benefit. Not like this borrow like this one. No. Some of this borrowing, they are just there to subject you to more poverty because of the rate that will come and ask you to pay. You will not be able to do it. So what you are saying is that there are other way rounds that we can avoid borrowing all the time. Whenever we want to do project, we say we want to borrow. Go and convert this 2.7 whatever billion dollars, convert it to naira, and ask them what do they want to use it for, and eventually are we going to see the result. These are the different things. And I'm not sure a country that continue to be borrowing for ordinary expenses that is not an investment. I don't think they can have a flourish economy. I don't think they can have a flourish economy. And this is the way we have been doing it for a long time, and we don't see the result. Why not do it in a different way? Why not look inward and do it in a different way?
But the question I want to ask now is that looking at the National Assembly, it seems everything that is being put on their table is what the House is just granting. But should we continue to approve loan requests or borrowing without proper auditing of previous loans?
First of all, you will look at the person.
The president should be able to give account of previous loans that he borrowed.
You first of all, you will look at who is our president. Our president, that somebody that doesn't take no for an answer, and because of that one, he has been able to choose who are the people that's going to work with him. Somebody like Akpabio cannot preside over a National Assembly that will say no to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because before Akpabio emerged, Tinubu know about it. So, and if we continue to see like this is the kind of assembly we are going to see. The only time we saw a National Assembly that we say this one is ready to defend us was, during Saraki regime. After that one, nothing work again. It's not that House of Assembly is meant to be tackle executive all the time. No, I will not agree with that one that it's every time that the presidency come, House of Assembly need to kick. No, they are always being a partner in business, and they have this a balance, what we call balance, separation of power. But at the same time, both of them needs to see things in a different way. Sometimes they may not argue and later balance. But when we have a rubber stamp House of Assembly, then it's like you have a wife that's ready to go with any man. Anything goes. Anything goes. So it doesn't pay us.
Now let's look at what the money is meant for. Like I said earlier on, certain projects in the country like infrastructural development, health sector, education, some other projects. Now we have 758 billion naira also to be used the money for. That's we have, but 750 naira pension bond to be used to pay off pension. But is it moral?
Imagine.
Is it moral to use money borrowed to pay off pension?
Imagine this is where we are talking about. This is what we are talking about. That the money you want to borrow, how do you in a country like this? How can we still need to go and borrow before to pay pension?
Which means
and you will hear different organizations, pension, pencom, pension management this, pension management that. Upon her, you will still need to go and borrow money. And I'm not a civil servant, but according to the little understanding I have about civil servant of a thing, those money that they used to pay them, they will be deducting it small. If I'm right, so they will be deducting it small. And after, so those money that they are deducting, what are they using it for? To the extent that we need to go and borrow now to pay the pension. Honestly speaking, it's like you are paying money to borrow money to pay salary in a company where you are borrowing money to pay salary. Before you will be able to keep move on in that business, That means you are so stubborn and you have some, 100% belief in that business that you are doing, that something is not going well today, but tomorrow maybe you are able to see something. It is not judicious to borrow money, for payment of pension
All
or
right.
whatever you want
Away
to call
from
it.
that, whether they like it or not, whether we like it or not, the National Assembly will approve it.
No, no. We are not, nobody can argue that one.
Can't argue it.
It's express.
All right. Away from that, like I said earlier on, is this all about ethnic grabbing of power or what? Looking at what the North has said, they said they will be unveiling the Northern candidates very, very soon for 2027 presidential election. Is it ethnic power grabbing or what? Or
Well,
just to save Nigeria from its current or from our current challenges? Sorry.
well, there's nothing anybody can do about it, that we have introduced tribalism, bigotry into our political, space. It is very, very unfortunate. And it's not just happened. Nigeria, like we usually say, is a peculiar country. Nigeria is a country that some people felt that it is their property and they want to own it. Two enemies. They have been doing, even before the amalgamation in 1914. Some people have seen this country as their, a prospect conquest. Of course, when we fought Jalumi War in the 18th century, there was nothing like amalgamation at that time. They have been obsessed about possession of this site very long time ago. They promised that they are going to fight from that their axis Ilorin, and they are going to wash their jihad sword at Osun here. So look at that dream since then in the 18th century, and the agenda is still there now. So people with that kind of mindset, there is no way they will not want to dominate. There is no way they will not want to dominate. And since the bird has now learned to fly without perching, so the hunter will also learn to shoot without missing the target. That's why you are seeing it. That's why we are trying to drag in it. And that's why you are seeing that, okay, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have seen the game. That, okay, it is the game of North versus South. So that's why he's trying to gather all the South, so that the Northerner also, they will know that we too from South here, we can be united. Look at it in 2023. For the first time, the whole South governor have a meeting and they stand on their ground that power must come back to South. Immediately we do that meeting, there was fire in the North. They were also crying. But some of them that they were able to see it, they are the one that convinced President Bola Ahmed, Muhammadu Buhari, that let power go back to the South and let Tinubu have it if you don't want wahala. And that was why the power comes. So it's very, very obvious now that it is a matter of ethnic grabbing. That is power grabbing. That is the politics we are playing.
And there are still fears out there that under the watch of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his administration, we might be heading towards one party system, like what a PDP National Executive Committee has said here. APC is plotting one party rule out of fear of 2027 defeat.
There is nothing like one party system. It's a market. That political space is a market. It's like all these shops you are seeing here. Somebody has money and you want to rent like 6 or 7 shops. Yes, now there is room for expansion in everything you are doing, and they said you cannot expand. Then there is problem. And like I said, in 1999, go and check the record when we first did our election. Go and check how many states PDP won, how many states opposition won. It was in only Southwest here. You can see where opposition have, their stand. And when it comes to 2003, what happened? If not for Asiwaju, almost all the Southwest were eroded. Operation Tinubu, hurricane, flooded almost 5 states from Southwest, all of them gone. If not for Tinubu that defend AD in that place, nobody was crying of a one-party system that time. And so that's why I even watch one interview of President Obasanjo then, when they were asking him that are we going to one party system, he didn't argue. So this is not matter of they want to turn Nigeria to one party system. It's a matter of, do we have politicians that are ready to stand their ground? Look at it. PDP 16 years, they cannot build secretariat. Is that why a party? Does that one tell you that this party, they have their a consolidated ideology? It's not there. That's why you will see almost all of them, before you call Jack Robinson, they run away from that party. They run away from it. They don't see it as home. People that see their party at their home will not rush. Okay, look at President Tinubu. Immediately Buhari enter like this, they have started cutting Tinubu wings. From Kogi, this man from Lagos State here, James Faleke versus Yaya Bello. They are cutting his wing. To the extent that I say, they are killing Tinubu politically. One day, to tell you that nobody is on online, I was now saying Tinubu has finished politically. One lady responded to me, he said it's a lie. He said, see, this man will still come and rule us. I said, with this thing they are doing, they say I should wait now. It's a matter of politics. He said, I'm a lawyer by profession and I know what I'm talking about. And exactly what he said is what happened. It's about ideology. Tinubu now is somebody that doesn't believe in the ideology of his party, or don't know what he really wants. He will have, some of them will have pulled out. If it's like all these prostitute politicians, he will have pulled out of APC. And what happened now? We will not be able to witness it. So that Nigeria Nigeria political system is talking to one party system. It's not the fault of anybody.
All right, let's take a message from Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga, you're welcome on the program this morning. And what was he saying? Tinubu has Northerners on his side too. He's just using unity of South to maintain power.
Yes.
That's one. Look at that one, Alamba. Okay.
Yeah, yes, now you need charity begin at home. So, you see, this Northerners, they know what they are doing.
No matter the gang up against him,
he must
from
maintain
the north.
Yes, he must maintain
he
the
still has
south.
backing of some persons in the north.
And there is one narrative that happened in 2023. Do you know that majority of vote that Tinubu got in the 2023 elections, he got it from north? So if we want to change the narrative now, you have to maintain your ground. Any politician that cannot maintain his own, honestly speaking, we cannot call him a politician. He's just floating. And that's why somebody like Obasanjo, that's what people usually used to mock Obasanjo sometimes, that even in your state, you cannot hold it. And it's a dent on the image of Asiwaju in 2023, that he couldn't win in Lagos State and he couldn't win in Osun State 2023, which he want to correct the narrative. No. As we are talking now, I don't know how you want to do it that Tinubu will not win in Lagos State and Osun State in 2027. Forget about it. He will win.
All right. Moving down to another one, we have Akim Bada. Additional saying, I gave Tinubu 10%. 10% on what, Akim Bada? Let us know. 10% on what? Is it security? Because we have, I think it should be security. Because we have leadership newspaper saying that people are giving him knocks and kudos for on security of the nation.
Yeah, the guy that gave him 10% actually tried. Honestly speaking.
So what are you going to score him?
Maybe 5% or
5%.
Yes, because there is no change. There is no difference. There is no difference. The same story we usually hear is what we are hearing. Is now
under Buhari, right?
Yes, now recently now it's now getting worse. Do you know that
is as worse as
that is as well? That is no different. Let me tell you, Adelaide, the case of killing in the Taraba, Plateau, Benue, it is so rampant to the extent that when we even hear it, it has become normal thing. Today they say kill 30 in Benue. Oh, that's how they killed yesterday. So the life is so cheap now. It's so cheap now. So, and when you are making effort and we don't see the results, how are we going to score you? What we want is results. If not for Saudi Arabia that bans say Gumi will still go to that place and will still come back here, perform and will be doing like
successfully.
Successfully, as if he's doing a better thing. Immediately they bounce that man. What next for our president is to go and Gumi, come. What really happened? Let's investigate. Why were you banned from Saudi Arabia? Oh, so this information, is it true or not? Let's investigate. I'm not. I don't like mediocrity, and it's not good to celebrate mediocrity. That is the problem.
All right, Akim Bada additional. Have we forgotten that Buhari borrowed pensioners money while in power? As if you're talking about Tinubu requesting for loans. He
Well,
said,
it's not. It's not that we are blaming Tinubu for. Let me tell you, the problem is that I like to talk about present things. People that fail to stop looking back, they are not usually, I mean, move forward. You have
they
to
don't
forget.
progress.
Yes, you will not progress if you don't forget your back. If you are always being somebody that, and God has always showed the narrative. Somebody, let me borrow from the wisdom of Mr. Michael. He said, you look at it. God put two eyes in the forward, on our front like this. Why that he can quickly afford to put one here, put one here, put one here. But he wants us to be
Well,
focused.
why did he choose to put it
So
here?
put here, two of them. And look at this story of Lot's wife. The instruction was, don't look back. It's it's a spiritual word. Don't look back. And what happened to that guy that looked back? He thought to so let's talk about anything. I want to talk
The presence.
now. I want to talk about anybody that like to go and pick from that place. We will not go because we have a lot of bad, dirty things in the past.
All right, Emmanuel Oguji. Moving forward on the speech of Mr. Femi this morning, saying Femi speaks reasonably. Sorry, Femi speaks reasonably. Always kudos to him.
Thank you.
Emmanuel Oguji.
Thank you, sir.
All right, why do people keep talking about past government? This is Baba Yaga on this.
I don't know.
And this is just what
I don't know. Do we vote for them to go and tell us story? What you have known. I heard somebody telling me what I know. If you are telling me what I know, you will piss me off. You are telling me story that I know. Something that happened in my present, and you now go to Abuja. You are now telling me that when Buhari was there, I was alive. I know.
So we don't want to hear anything about that
story.
that past
Buhari, we know.
government again.
I know that. Move forward.
Hmm.
I know that anybody that is coming there to claim mess. Don't come and complain. We are not elect you to complain.
All right, Andrew Gudimi, Mr. Femi is very right. If you don't borrow money here, they check your credit score before bank can give you a mortgage, even to buy house. All right.
Of course.
Big T Prince is here this morning saying good morning, and he's telling you, Mr. Femi, this is a great delivery from you.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate your analysis this
you.
morning. Now, before you go, President Tinubu will be 2 years tomorrow. Now, isn't it concerning that Nigerians are still lamenting under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? 2 years in office of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
It is very, very unfortunate that when we are at a critical stage, when a patient is at a critical stage, then the doctor they call to come and attend, perform. Unfortunately, Nigeria, we are at a critical stage. We are about to be gagged before Tinubu come in. And when Tinubu came in, instead of him to look for the way to improve it, everything, God mercy. Let me still borrow from you that, okay, a doctor, when they want to perform operation, what do? They give you injection to reduce the pain. Okay, when you try to operate a patient, then you want to correct something, but through pain, you lose that patient. Then what is the essence of your operation? Look at the narrative. I borrow it from Mr. Mike. That is an ideology. You, Tinubu, you come in. You say Nigeria, we are about to die. Okay, you want to do operation. Instead of try to cushion our pain, you kukuma had shot to the pain that is there already. You cannot, a child that has for sure, can he recover in a day? No, it's not possible. Immediately you come in, you remove subsidy, you float naira to dollar. As if I don't know, as if you are running away out of that thing. Everything you just electricity bill, bam. This one, bam. Everything. It's like you are not concerned about whatever that can happen. It can happen. It's still not okay. So I think if there is any way President Bola, like I usually say that I've never one day kicked against removal of subsidy. But how judicious are you using that money? You are collecting money from us. You are giving it to the governor, collecting money from society, and you are enriching government. Let me tell you, except they are telling you lie. No governor will hate Tinubu now. 36 state governor, none of them will hate Tinubu. You know what they call money? Times 300% increment. Now here, not be here now. No. See, in Osun State, don't be surprised. You see them like Jackson join APC. I read something this morning. Somebody posted something on Facebook and said, it's like dancing. Jackson want to dance to APC. And they said, no. This is not a party. This is not a clubhouse. We don't welcome Jackson in our house. I said, this man is moving. None of them we hate Tinubu now. You know, it's a politics.
All right, you guys always sound so pathetic. Don't you know that the country has been sold by few, and for a few, just join them or leave them. Simple. This is Adewale Johnson on
We
this.
have to play our role. This is our role now. And they are playing their role, and we are out of it, and that is how it has been since the beginning of this war. You will have a king, and you will have people that will be criticizing king, that will be advising people. Sir, you should have done it this way or that way, and that's why they have advisor, and that's why. So we are playing our role.
All right, Big T Prince, very good. Oh, very good morning to Mr. Andrew Ogunjimi Abdugani, Gladys Oyabo, and my beautiful lady G. All right, Big T Prince, you're welcome on the program. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Okay, Big T Prince on this, but I strongly believe Mr. President took right decision by removing the subsidy. But what was the impact of the removal of subsidy?
The problem is that subsidy. Do you know why I have problem with them? They should have allowed Jonathan to remove subsidy successfully since 2012. We will have forgotten about it. They are the one that went to Odota. So everybody surprised. I've been saying it that I've not once against removal of subsidy since 2012. When Jonathan removed subsidy, the way Jonathan removed subsidy is more, better than this one. There was orientation telling people the meaning of subsidy that time. Maybe that's why people felt like Jonathan has won that battle halfway. That's why they are not kicking. But all three leading candidates that time meant to remove subsidy. Obi said, am I crazy that I will be borrowing 3 trillion to pay subsidy for you? No, I can't do that. I will remove. Definitely Obi will remove subsidy. But how he's going to remove it, the approach may be different. Of course, Atiku will remove subsidy. The 3 leading candidates, all of them, they made that subsidy is meant to be removed. Unfortunately, if to say we are prudent enough, we may not need to remove subsidy. Yes, we can still afford it. If to say our expenses is not too much, we can still afford the subsidy. That is the truth of the matter. It's our natural resources, but because we are not prudent, when we have all boom, during that year, we squander everything. When Gowan said Nigeria has money, but we don't know how to spend it. That the statement of Yahoo boy.
All right, thank you so much. That was a very brilliant contribution by Mr. Femi. Gentleman Mike, welcome this morning.
Good morning, thanks for having me.
All right, thank you so much.
Greetings to our esteemed viewers across the world.
All right, so welcome on the program. All right, on security, on the state of the nation, let's quickly look at security. 2 years of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in office. You can see his pictures all over papers this morning. You can see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's pictures there. Okay, second anniversary. We have it on the front page of the leadership report that knocks kudos for Tinubu on security. If you want to score President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on security, like somebody just scored him, that's Hakim Bada additional. He said 10%. He scored Tinubu 10%. What would you score President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Yeah, thank you, Michael. I think straight to the question, you will see have less than 10% from me.
Less than 10%
on security. Anything less than 10% on security, yes. Our constitution, interestingly, in section 14, subsection 2B, states very clearly that security and welfare of the people shall be the primary responsibility of government. Primary. That is outside of these two. If you can't take care of these two, you don't have business being in government. That's a clear meaning of that section. So if we are assessing Mr. President on the basis of security and welfare, as stated in that section 14 of our constitution, then he hasn't done well at all. We must be able to put it straight to him. I mean, Mr. Femi elaborated on a lot of areas, and security was part of it. How else we want to score him in terms of security when we see have massive killings, when we see have killings, needless killings? We must stress it, that we still have in our country, especially in the middle belt, Benue, Taraba, Nasarawa, the entire middle belt, and it's coming down south gradually. We are beginning to hear it in Kogi. It's becoming more pronounced in Kogi, and very recently in Kwara, as we speak. So, I mean, thousands of people have been killed, Michael, in the last few years, and 2 years of the current administration, we've not seen any, significant improvement in terms of mitigating the security issues that we've been having. So he hasn't done well on security, and we expect him to. We still have 2 years in this current 4-year term, if anything can still be salvaged. But from antecedent, from what we know, the moment it's about 3 years into an administration, the rest is politics. And for him, as Ashwaju, even politics is coming much earlier than we used to have it, because of the kind of person that he is. Because of his political disposition and all of that. Politics seems to be coming much earlier. You can see in the last couple of weeks, you've been hearing the campaign, political activity, people moving from one point to the other, as if next month is election. So we are going to have it much earlier this time because of the personality of the man in the south. We are not likely to see too much improvement. I wish we can, but it's not likely. Politics will overrun the entire system while the killing persists. Mr. President need to wake up. I still have a lot of time to redeem this image, as it were. But for me, he hasn't done well in terms of security and the welfare of the people. Concerning welfare, it's obvious, Michael. The reforms that will be the reforms we've been having has not translated into the real thing for the people. You can move around. Forget about this platform. I think once in a while you talk to people around, so that our audience, our viewers can feel even the people apart from us that do come here to talk about issues, so that it doesn't sound as if people just come around to rant or to just pick holes on what government is doing. Not at all. Talk to people around, move around, talk to people, let them give you their experiences and all of that. I think it will also help out, Michael.
All right, on National Assembly's approval of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's request, Nigerians are kicking against this. I don't know how you feel about this as well. Are you among the Nigerians kicking against the request of 21.5 billion naira loan?
Definitely, I am against. Recently we were still celebrating that some loan was paid to IMF, and government celebrated it. Was in the news that a substantial part of external loan has been paid and all of that. Only for us to wake up this morning and another loan is about to be taken. Much as I don't want to sound like a financial expert, but I also know that sometimes it's not about more money. It's about being prudent with what you have, just as Mr. Femi expressed earlier. With the level of opulence that we see in leadership, borrowing for me is a no-no. Our leaders have not justified any form of borrowing. Our leaders, the kind of lifestyle that they've always lived, does not justify the level of borrowing. If I were to be international partners, I will stop a country like Nigeria from borrowing. You don't have business borrowing. In the last couple of, especially when Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on, part of what he addressed was the subsidy issue. that we are paying almost trillions of naira to subsidize petroleum products. I want to take out this subsidy stuff, and he did that on the day one. The essence of removing subsidy is to free a lot of funds to do critical projects and all of that, so that you can begin to reduce your borrowing and all of that. But we didn't see that happen. Subsidy was removed, more money came into government coffers, but it didn't translate into anything to the people. So invariably, we have earned more and we have borrowed much more from what we are seeing, which sounds like a paradox, Michael.
All right, on to the next one, 2027 presidential beach. The North has spoken. Very soon they will unveil their own candidate. I don't know which candidate North will be unveiling, but is this all about election of ethnicity or what? Is it all about rescue Nigeria from these present challenges, Michael?
I don't think their intention is to rescue anything. Unfortunately, every region is perceived to be thinking of, okay, our region kind of mentality, which shouldn't be, in my view. If indeed we believe in this country, I can put it to you that a larger percentage of the political class does not even believe in this country. The marriage of convenience that we are having in terms of one Nigeria is just because people are still grabbing things within that space, and that is why the marriage continues. It's like a forceful marriage. Let us continue as long as we are still grabbing stuff, and it cut across the ethnic group. There are Hausa people there are Igbos, there are Yoruba. That the one Nigeria philosophy is as a result of what they are still benefiting. Selfish interest, we must stress that. So it is not really because of the fact that they so much believe in the country, they so much have vision for the country, they so much understand where they are taking the country and all of that. This marriage should continue, in their opinion, because we are still picking stuff within that geographical space. If there is nothing to pick up, they will be the one telling you let everybody go their separate ways. So, for the fact that the political class are still benefiting so much within the system, the slogan of oneness, which is for me is not a genuine interest, it's being pushed every day. So that's where we are, Mike.
All right, moving to another one. Big T Prince on security, I will give a shrug 40%. On economy, 70%. I believe before the end of this time or so, it will do more, it will do better. Let's give him a chance. Are we supposed to give you another chance?
It's not even about us giving
This
him
is 2 years.
We are only looking at the current 2 years. We are only looking at the one he has used. Nobody is assessing him on what he has been spent. So for what he has used, that's what we are. That's the angle I'm speaking from. He still has 2 years, of course. Anything is still possible. Anything can still happen in terms of gains for the nation.
All right, Michael Tinubu scored F9 parallel. This is coming from Udezi Chima. F9 parallel for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, 2 years in office. I don't blame the Northerners, according to a BBC report yesterday. Tinubu government is the most bigoted government in Nigeria's history. This is coming from Raymond. And Amorego is saying good morning to every one of us at Scan this morning. Thank you so much. Gentleman Mike, I really appreciate your contribution. Mr. Vincent, you're welcome on the program. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. Good morning, our esteemed viewers globally. Good morning, Nigeria. I glad you there.
Can a divided coalition, a divided party, I'm talking about parties like Labour Party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, another party, of course, there are lingering crises in those parties. Can they unite a divided Nigeria?
You see, you don't want to take me back to history now. You see, the present government of APC was also a product of a coalition because they came from that name tag ACN then before they metamorphosed to APC with other components from other various parties. And as we can see now, they are the one controlling the reins of governance. When you look at what is happening now, you will see that everything about Nigerian body politic is almost in shambles because as a result of maladministration, as a result of socio-economic crisis. When you look at everything now, I think if coalition is going to take off from the dead to the promised land, why not? So be it. So long it serves the generality goodwill of the people.
All right, looking at the request of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu this morning, even before we started the program, we started lamenting that why should President Bola Ahmed Tinubu request a loan at this point in time when he just finished paying a particular loan?
You see, I mentioned it on this platform. I said those people they were giving him kudos for having tried to pay some side, but they don't really know how government works because IMF is not the only window that Nigeria runs to collect loan. We still have the World Bank. We have other various financial institutions that Nigeria runs to seek for financial help. If President Bola Ahmed Tinubu led government has paid IMF loan and is still going back again to borrow, then he make mockery of your entire thing. Why must? Because I believe that if you have amassed so much, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is so privileged because under his regime we have more money. Most governors have more money. All the tiers of government have more money to spend. But with the more money, have they really have a direct bearing on the common lives of the Nigerian masses? We certainly know. But when you look at everything that the entire organogram of the economy, you say that there are some pitfalls that need to be checked. But which the present government is not even doing something about. Then of what use will you? Okay, it's like you now having so much money kept in one color or in one local safe in your house, and you have some things to be attended to in the same house that where you live. Then you say you are saving money and the house keep on depreciating, dilapidating. Then at the end of the day, it collapse. Then you will now say that you have saved money or you don't want to. Then that is not prudence to me. I believe is sheer lack of knowledge and what to do. I want to believe that for someone who is aspiring to be in government, I believe that that person is trying to add value. Anything that falls short of that, at least is a no for me. I believe that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not doing what he's supposed to do. You just said that you paid IMF loan about 38 point something billion dollars, and you are borrowing almost 21 point something billion dollars again. Then what kind of economics is that? Because I believe that you use wealth to create further wealth. That's one of the important axioms of economics. But we cannot continue to go. But people that are giving kudos, I want to believe that they are all those praise singers. They are not seeing the reality on ground. Look at our Nigeria. We are on the streets. This is city stand. It's not something that is just being edited. If we are giving it raw here, that is why you could see that people are just walking, trekking. Some cannot even afford to take bus straight to their various place of work. All in the name of being compressed financially in order to be able to meet up with their daily routine. Then you begin to tell me that has he really done well? If I were to score him, I think I will call him. I will score him abysmal low because he has not really tried. Though it's just about 2 years to the saddle, he could do much more. He can still improve on it. If he really wants to see the yearnings of Nigeria to his side, I believe that he can do much more. He can do better. I will only give him note for him to be able, because criticism himself is part of social engineering. When you criticize him, you want to bring the best out of him. That is how government is being run. In a situation whereby everybody now became docile, nobody is talking. then you begin to wonder, are we in this, are we in this life as we are meant to be? Because for crying out loud, you need to criticize something that is not really working well, so that the person will wake up, he will wake up from his slumber. That's how government is being run. We cannot continue to accept all this kind of docile attitude. It will get better as things are spoiling. Ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ń bàjẹ́ ní ó pọ̀ sí.
Is it wrong to request loan?
No, I am not saying there is no, because there is no nation in the world that has not at one time or the other requested for loan to do certain things. But when you requested loan, that loan should be done, should be taken for what it's meant for. It's not for jamboree or all kind of frivolous things. As the case with Nigeria, then you going to borrow and borrow with, okay, now let me take you back memory lane. Before he came to the saddle, he said he removed subsidy just by fiat like that, without even checking the nitty-gritty of what the implication will be. Then you continue to wonder, what all this? Then okay, you came, you remove subsidy. Okay, fine. You said that the government cannot continue to sustain it. Then fine. Then you make much money from removing subsidy and everything. What have you used those monies for? Instead of you continue to wonder, why must we even go and borrow it when we have a lot of things here that will fetch us more money? Why must we even go and borrow it now? Because Nigeria is the most highly resourceful nation, endowed nation in the world in terms of mineral resources, human resources. Talk of where we are. Then we keep on running cap in hand to IMF, and they keep on giving us subsidiary conditions that will not have a positive effect on the Nigerian masses. Instead of a positive effect, is having a negative effect. Then and you expect us to continue to clap and salute that kind of government. Then if he doesn't know what to do, if he's overwhelmed by the complex situation of Nigeria, he should get the boot out of the office and let people that want to do it to come into the race of governance. That is my take.
All right, we'll just a chima on this. No president will borrow loan to buy a new presidential jet. Chooks Benedict, good morning, City Stand. Okay, and saying hi to Mr. Femi there. Well said. This is coming from V. Raymond. That's exactly well said. That's what you're saying. No, 2 years in office. Talking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it will be 2 years tomorrow. That's 29. Tomorrow is 29th of May 2025. Is there anything tangible we can just point out that he has done apart from borrowing, apart from security aspect that people have scored him low?
You see, I believe
like Udeze said, he said F9 parallel.
Udeze deserve his opinion because I cannot because everybody knows where the shoe pinches. But when you look at his government, I'm not saying that totally has not really driven something in the right direction. But how sustainable can those policies be? Is it just because of saying you want to come back 2027? Because now, before the now, we used to have bag of rice and some other foodstuffs ballooning to the sky. But when you look now, there is a kind of a reduction in the prices of a bag of rice. You know, rice happens to be a common staple on every family's table. And if rice has come down to some level like that, but even though various markets that I have visited where I did not see much drop like that, but I say whatever drop that has happened was even minimal, but he could do more. He can still do more. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can do more. I cannot see a reason why we should be buying a derica of rice for 1,000 naira. If it has dropped from that 100,000 that it used to be before to about 56,000, I believe that a derica of rice should have gone for say like around 500 or 600. But we still have it pegged at 1,000, 1,001, which to me is still high, because when you check the likely income of every household, how much does a family makes per time, per hour, then when you now juxtapose it, you can see what I'm trying to say. I want to say that though tomorrow will be the 2 years he has been in the saddle of governance. I think he can do much more. We only urge him to even double his effort and see that whatever policies that he needed to put into the fore of his governance should come with a human face. And I believe that by so doing, I think I also he should align with that three props of the primary needs of man. That's food, shelter, and clothing. And if those three props can be settled, I think Nigeria can begin to take it seriously that it really meant good for the collective of the masses of Nigeria.
The remaining 2 years of his administration, what are you expecting?
Uh, because he has always been the one that has always mounted renewed hope, change, and whatever semantics that he has already put to the fore. Because I want to believe that if he say renewed hope, then he should make sure that we are going to be conscientized toward that line by his improvements in governance. And I want to believe that if he say renewed hope, then he should tag along with that line and let us continue to see and see it with let us feel it. Government is about to feel it and to see it, not something fictional.
All right, before I let you go, let's see what is in the comment section. There's a Chima, go and listen to Ibrahim Traore's view on IMF and know what they are using countries like Nigeria as their cash cows. William Okabeme, none of Tinubu's cabinet members did economics in school. They all did waste management running. Okay. Mr. Vincent is called F9. How much was rice, cement, fuel, and exchange of dollar to naira was the living standard of Nigerians now and before he came to power? Mr. Vincent, this is Udezi Chima on this. All right. Abayaga, Mr. Vincent, you're even asking for too much. Okay, you're even asking for too much. Let him just put the subsidy back and watch everything stabilize. 2 years remaining or 6 years, Mr. Michael.
Yeah, you see, it remains, to be seen. But what I'm trying to say here is that though he still have 2 years to go, that 2 years can correct many wrongs or wherever he has a lacuna in his policy program. I believe that whatever needed to be done now should be done with human face. I've always advocated, or rather, be an advocate of good governance. And I believe that even though whatever the knocks is not total. It's just for him to spur him to action so that he can do the needful. Because Nigerians are really in drastic, in their straits now as we speak. And they need something that they can feel. Not that you continue to say something that you cannot walk. When you talk, you walk your talk. That has always been my take. And I believe that he can do it. That is why he even took up the challenge of running for presidency. I don't believe that he cannot do it. He can do it. If he can muzzle the political will to do the needful, Nigeria will continue to say, okay, Nigeria might have a change of heart. A change of heart.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Let's have you, Mr. Ben. And Lawrence, how you doing?
Hi, Mr. Mike, good morning. Good morning, our viewers all over the world.
Well, let me say good morning, wherever you are. May good Lord of hosts, the Prince of Peace be with you people and keep on remain blessed in the name of the Lord.
2 years of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on 6. What can you say of his achievement?
Anything about achievement, we have two types of achievement. You can achieve the good one, you can achieve the bad one. That's the two things. Because when God creates human being, He give us two choice. Whether they serve God or they serve the devil. Now, Ahmed Tinubu already make a lot of achievement for Nigeria here within that 2 years. Maybe some people say what this man is saying. Yeah, he should make a lot of achievement. Achievement number one, your citizen is dying. That's number one achievement. Number two, we are hungry. That's achievement. Number three, we are borrowing a lot of money. This achievement. You cannot say it's not achievement. That is the bad one. In that 2 years, the whole Nigeria see the government Ahmed Tinubu like more than 60 years experience of one leader. 2 years. 2 years like 60 years that Nigeria is inside bondage. Look at all of us here, we are faced, we're not smiling at all. We are seeing the back of the bad leadership of Ahmed Tinubu, the person that call himself the Jagaba of Africa. He can do whatever people cannot do. What happened now? Can you tell me, since Ahmed Tinubu entered seat as a president of Nigeria, can you come outside and mention one day that we don't hear killing in this Nigeria? Your military, they are dying daily basis. Your military, bros, let me tell you one thing. Without security, president is nothing. Without president, security, your president is nothing. And without your citizen, which people are you governor? When your citizen crying every day by day, morning, afternoon, night, you are just there for shining shadow for 2027. If that 2027 your citizen die finish, which people will vote for you on 2027? Now, for person said that, check how much dollar the time of Jonathan. How much is dollar? Okay, let's leave Jonathan apart. Buhari, we say government of Buhari is very bad. Time of Buhari, how much is dollar? How much is a bag of rice? How much is fuel? The person will say that you don't know left and right. And who know left and right come and do what? And carry all of us, put inside cage. Cage is small better, you see, receive some air. Carry the whole Nigeria, put inside water and close the whole Nigerians. We are dying. That is the achievement our Ahmed Tinubu achieved for 2 years. We are not happy with Ahmed Tinubu. The whole Nigerians, except the political parties, the people that benefit for your own government. That's the achievement I will tell you Ahmed Tinubu achieved
in 2 years.
in 2 years.
Well, yeah, Mr. President Ahmed Tinubu, he achieved something, he addressed something under 2 years. Number one, insecurity. Number two, increase in removal of subsidy. Number three, effect of the tax. Number four, borrowing of money. He achieved a lot. I will not say that Ahmed Tinubu did not achieve something for these 2 years under his regime. He did well. But the subsidy that you remove, are you paying? We are the one that are paying. Look at how much we are paying for light. Look at how much we are paying for water. Where is government water? The light they say they are giving, we are paying a street high price. I cannot say Ahmed Tinubu is not doing something, he's doing. Because for us to be paying, things cost in Nigeria so high, more than before. Which, Mr. President, have you been, let me say, the subsidy money he removed, he don't need to borrow any money. And the money they borrow, what have they used it and do in the nation? Instead, Ahmed Tinubu will be increasing ministers, different type of ministers, and that money will be going into their pockets. Look how much the governors are receiving by now. Huge amount of money. And what have they used the money to do it in the country? Nothing. It is under Ahmed Tinubu that the governors receive the highest salary, more than any other president. But what are they using the money for? This is the money that we're supposed to use, that taken for us through the tax. Now it is the government, those are cabinet, senate, house of rep, councillors, that one that enjoying the money. If that's the money they borrow, this is how they will share the money. What have they used the money to build? If you are not saying something, if you are not a businessman, you don't need to borrow. Nigerian government that are not a business people. If they are business people, that's where that money they borrow will make sense. But when you're borrowing the money you're using for party, it couldn't make any sense. If I say I'm looking for a house and I don't have anything to do, I cannot go and borrow. But if I know that I'm doing a serious business, I'll borrow the money. So that I will not say, through that my business, I'll pay that money back. And I'll still make some profits inside. But Nigeria, are they making profit on it? They're not making any profits.
Right, away from that, let's quickly meet Mr. Ben Mr.
Asiasi.
Asiasi. Can a government that has not fully accounted for previous loans be trusted for another loan?
No, it cannot be trusted for another loan.
Trusted with another loan. Sorry.
With another loan. Yes, that is true.
Wait. Yeah.
But what I want to say is this: so we are talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I would have laid all fault on him had it been that he came after Jonathan. But what we should know is that I'm not defending anybody, but I'm just facing the reality. What we should know is that the government before Tinubu was very bad, and Buhari has already borrowed money. In the time of Buhari, we were servicing debt with 95% of our income. Over borrow has already been there. And I even ask myself, if Tinubu, when taking power, I ask myself that I don't know if he even made anything in Asorok as money. I keep on asking myself, because it's as if the case was empty, because Buhari had already over borrowed and the Nigerians were servicing debt. But Tinubu that we are talking about couldn't have even made a step during his when he took over Buhari if he didn't remove subsidy. Had it been that this man did not remove subsidy, he wouldn't have done anything at all. So that's why I told you I'm not defending him, but what I'm saying, the borrowing in Nigeria is too much. We are owing 100 and something trillion. Mr. Mike, you know what 100 and something trillion means. If you are eating 1 million in 1 trillion, you are eating 1 million every day. You will eat 1 trillion for 800 years. You will eat 1 trillion. If you check it well, I start to be corrected. And if you are eating 2, it means you will eat it for even 700 years. 1 trillion is a big amount of money. And now when they are talking about 100 and something trillion, it means that the children, Mr. Mike, as young as you are, the children of your children will still pay the debt. The unborn children, the debt that will cost now is waiting for them. It means there is no hope of us coming out of poverty. I don't call this one poverty, it's misery. A poor man can eat 3 square meals a day. A poor man can have 1 car or 2 cars. A poor man can have 2 houses. If we go through dictionary, the explanation of riches and poverty. So, but here, Nigerians are living into misery. Nigerians are unable, many Nigerians, thousands, millions of Nigerians are unable to have 2 square meals. And some of Nigerians, if they eat today, they don't have hope for tomorrow. They are eating by luck. So it means the thing is serious. You are borrowing money in this very generation, and the generation, in which you are borrowing money are suffering. How much more the unborn generation that we will continue to pay that debt. That's why we say it doesn't work at all. And Nigerians are shouting every day. All of us will come here to shout every day. It's true. But it may be a part of solution. But I don't think it will be the full solution. A full solution will come when Nigerians will take in their own hand their own destiny. But it cannot easily happen because this is the worst tribalistic country I've ever seen. The worst religious country, and where people, play with their life because of sentiment. So that's why we will continue to face this type of thing. We can come out of it unless if the whole Nigeria join hands together and say no. And say no. And some Nigerians today are thinking that opposition parties that are coming up will be the solution of their problem. I say no. Look, that opposition party, you will see that it's the same people that have been in power from day one are the same people that are opposition party. So tell me, where will that solution come? We need different thing entirely. Let me tell you, we need people like Traore to take over. If you have somebody like Traore in Nigeria, that's when we will have hope. Election is coming, 2027. Will you stop politicians from campaigning? Will you stop them?
All right, quick penny, a quick one from quick penny. Responsible government borrow for production and not for consumption, as this APC is doing, borrow and share. What a government!
Thank you.
I repeat, quick penny. This is from quick penny. Responsible government borrow for production and not for consumption, as this APC is doing, borrow and share. What a government!
Oh, I thank him. I thank Pete. Is it Pete Berry? I don't know.
Quick penny.
Pete Berry. I thank you for that. Your observation is very, very important. It's even where I want to head to. So, if you borrow money to achieve, you borrow money for good projects, for production that will help Nigerians to develop the country and develop people, there will be no problem. That money that you borrow, you will refund it and the country will grow. But see, from the time of Buhari to today, we are borrowing money. What is the achievement? What have we achieved with that borrowed money? Just as he said, borrow and share. A project of 1 billion or project of 1 trillion will be achieved with 3 trillion. 1 trillion will go for the project and 2 trillion to private pocket.
Some people are here just to insult others. Please let's be polite with our comments. One man's food is another man's poison. We can't think or reason the same way. This is coming from Andrew. Okay, so respect to what is happening in the comment section, please. Don't let us insult our viewers. They don't insult each other. There, please. Let us maintain.
As we are standing here,
let's maintain decorum in the comment section, please. Very, very important. Let's respect people's opinions. Thank you for that, Andrew. All right, sir.
Mr. Mike, you can see that when I'm speaking here, even we are not insulting anybody. We are just addressing what is happening in our country. Okay. And we are contributing our own point of view so that idea can be taken and the country can move well. I stand to be corrected. Let anybody tell me that all the money we do borrow. We borrow money. What we achieve will be little. And what we go to private pocket is more than the achievement. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Asa. All right, viewers all over the world, we appreciate your contributions this morning. From Big T to Long Adon to Chooks Benedict, that's Anwa Biafra. Quick penny to Joseph Iedoro, Viraimont at Gujimi, Amarego Binoga Bukia Strop, Lady G, the pretty G, Alaji, Kisco. So many viewers are Paul Tanimu. I appreciate all of you. Udesi Chima, We appreciate you as well. Ade Busari, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning, good people. Politicians like Atiku who struggle to defeat Tinubu outside of government will find it impossible to defeat him in 2027. The positive impact of his policies will start to show. All right, thank you so much, Ade Busari, for that comment. We appreciate. Williams Okameme, all the way from United Kingdom. None of Tinubu's cabinet members did economics. Okay, I think I've read that. Thank you, Williams Okameme, and others in the comment section. We appreciate you. Akibada Addition, we also appreciate you. Be back here tomorrow morning for another interesting edition of Citizen. Michael Adekule is the anchor of the program. That's my name, Michael Adekule. I really appreciate everyone's support, kindness, and love on the platform. Please, if you're subscribing for the first time, very important to hit the subscribe button to subscribe on the channel. And please also share to everyone. Let people know about what's going on Citizen. We shall be back here tomorrow morning. Thank you so much and have a great day.